Hi everybody, welcome back to Hex Token Channel. Your host, #Superman. Hope you guys are having a good time out there. And yeah, get into the chat, say hello, and we're going to check out all the crypto prices at the moment, see how we did overnight. Obviously, it's morning in New Zealand. It's currently, late morning, 11:30 in the morning here, 27th of June, Monday. We're already well into Monday. So coming up on lunch soon after this live stream. So very cool. Get into the chat, say hello. Here we are on hex.com. If you've not checked out hex.com, check it out. Of course, it is amazing. Of course, product there, savings product. So get into there, check it out. Do your investment due diligence. Okay, we're going to get straight into some stuff here. We've got Warped Impulse in there. What's up, sir? What's up? Good to see Warped Impulse in the house. Normally I say that for Tintop, but it looks like Warp got in there first. So very cool. Let me just double check, see my audio is going. I think it is going all right. Yeah, sounds good to me. We're going to set up the chat there, live chat, and of course, put the mute on there too. So cool. All right, what else we got there? Snake Eyes says, hello fam. Hey, Snake Eyes. And Michael's in there as well. Hey, Michael, morning. Sandy Beach with the Sandy Beach. I love that. I love that. And Morris as well is in the house there from good old New Zealand. Woo! Hey, guys. Hey, good to see Morris as well. Big shout out to those down there. Where Morris is, lest I say anymore. All right, we're going to quickly get a bit of encouragement from our crypto founder, of course, Richard Hart. So I'd like to start off with this as well. So Sandy Beach in there. Hey, Hex Token, everybody, good to see you at Sandy Beach. H-Town as well. Hi from Houston, Texas. Big shout out to those Texans. Yeah, I think it's Texans. Yeah, big shout out to Texans out there. What's the land of cowboys? Is it land of cowboys and music? Is it Elvis Presley came from? What's that? Texas? I think it was Texas. You correct me if I'm wrong, but I'm pretty sure. Hey, Sandy. Yes. H-Town. Yes. All right. Let's hear from Richard. As a bit of inspiration to start off our live stream. Let's go.
I think cryptocurrency is one of the few things in the world that could really return power back to the people. Every year you get less and less choice. Your money's worth less and less. Your hours get longer. It seems like almost everything's getting worse. And crypto is one of the few things that lets you extract yourself from that horror. You can participate in the world's highest performing asset class. You can participate in trustless peer-to-peer revolution in finance where, there's no banking hours. We're open 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. It's you and the code. Nobody else can stop you from cashing out. Nobody else can stop you from doing what you want to do. And, when you give people the power to create good things, they quite often do. A lot of innovations come from cryptocurrency. There's things you can do in crypto that you can't do anywhere else in the world. And I'm proud to be part of that revolution.
So that's cool. A nice inspiration there from Richard Hart. We've got H-Town says no. Elvis is from Tennessee, I guess it. TN, Tennessee. Sandy says Tupelo, MS. Is that Missouri or Mississippi? Mississippi there. Missouri or Mississippi, something like that. I'm trying to apologize for my down under interpretations there. Pulse Former in house there. Hello all. Good to see you, Pulse Former. Woohoo! All right, let's get into the markets. Bam. We got the Hex chart up here. This is treating us pretty well, this chart, because it's giving us some pretty good indications of where things are heading. We've got our trend reversal playing out. Now, I did say with the trend reversal that we would have some red days in there. And, of course, we can see that based on previous trend reversals, where we get the 13 EMA in yellow crossing over the red 50% mark in the Bollinger Bands. We have a tightening of the Bollinger Bands. And we get a crossover in the 13-day EMA, the yellow line over the red line, signaling a trend reversal. Now, not necessarily the bottom of Hex pullback, which has been 94.5% so far, about 2.8 cents, but actually at least a trend reversal. So some relief, as it were, and that's the way we're going. So at the moment, of course, we have got the bands are getting a bit tighter, as you can see, starting to narrow the bands there. So that is definitely looking better. 2.5 is the bottom there, and 5.7 is the top. So that's 2.5, 3.2 cents is the gap in the price band there. But we've got our cross reversal here. We've still got 4.38 cents versus 4.1 on the Bollinger Bands, and that's looking nicely. So we did say we could reasonably expect some pullbacks in this as well, with some red days. We have a good example of that is back here in March, where we had our crossover start here on the 20th. Then we actually ended up experiencing 2 days of red candles, but we were still in our trend reversal phase. So this looks like we've actually had a little bit stronger here. We had pretty much 2 green days, then a bit of a red candle, and presumably we could either get another small red candle or start to get that green rally up there as well. So still looking pretty good to me on the track. Just reading the chart, it's telling me what it says, and it's looking pretty good there. We've had some pretty decent volumes as well. The other positive, of course, is that we've got the buyers in control. A little dip, but with sellers got a little bit stronger. Little buyers got a little weaker there, but still buyers still relatively in control. The RSI, of course, the RSI dipping there a little bit, but of course a long way up for a nice little price rally. So it fits pretty well together there on the chart. So feeling pretty good about that. Obviously, you're also getting a 2-for-1 deal, right? So with Pulsechain coming up, everything you buy is pretty much half price, right? If you think about it like that. So you're getting 2-for-1 deal. Woohoo! Yeah, you're getting Hex on Pulse and Hex on ETH. So you can almost half the price there, about 2.2 cents or something like that, 2.25 cents. So it's pretty good. All right, so there's kind of the market at this stage. And of course, if we get our overlays, bam, there's our overlays. And of course, we can see our support line there. 95% was 2.6. We didn't quite get there. We got pretty close, 2.814 on this chart. There's Dex Tools, Hex USD. And then, of course, we're running up. And this is the linear chart as well. So we're not looking at log charts at the moment. Linear chart here. And, of course, there we go. So that's not too bad. We're also above these 2 other lines here as well. We're above the 3.6% support line, which is great. That's good. We're also above the, this 3.9 cents support line as well at 3.9. So we're above that too. And so we're kind of sitting in no man's land kind of at the moment. Kind of sitting in no man's land almost based on previous history, which is all the way back in May last year. So it's a long time ago. But we've got our trend reversal as our friend at the moment. So looking good. The other thing, of course, is that the market where's the market gone here? I had the market up here. Have I lost the market? I think I have. I think I've lost the market. Let's pull up the market. I think I must have accidentally closed it there. Let's pull it up. We're going to pull this over. Woohoo! All right. Waiting for the market to populate here. So we've got the market still holding up fairly well. Nice and stable. Stable's good, right? Stable's good. Helps this to play out. So that's nice. And at the moment, 21,000, pretty similar to yesterday. 1,200, a little bit lower, but still looking pretty good there on ETH and BTC. That's cool. I think that was that all I was going to say about this chart? Let me know. That's all I was going to say? Yeah, looking not too bad. Bollinger Bands tightening up a little bit. Yeah, it's good. Typically, it's going to break out to one side or the other. Trend reversal giving us the upside as the direction. Looking good. Right, so cool. Let us see. Just cooling off a bit today. That's pretty much expected, and we did expect that. So cool. What else we got going? We're going to jump over to the quad charts. Woo! Hex currently at 4.6 cents. We had a lot of drama overnight with the obviously a big run up, and relatively speaking, and then of course pull back. We got Sandy Beach in the house there, Mississippi. Sorry, yeah, okay. Tupelo, Mississippi. How did I say that? Is that all right? Tupelo, Mississippi. SKB in the house there. Wow, dudes wearing cool clothes. Hey, thanks there, SKB. Appreciate it. Woohoo! Hey, SKB, our first ever Hex Token channel member. Can you believe it? In the chat there. It's been a while, SKB. Good to see you and appreciate it. Now, if you want to become a member of this channel, support the channel, hit the join button. We've got Pulsechins, Hexkins, Richard Heart Club, and of course, help us promote these projects well into the future, twice a day at least. Santa Beach says, then he moved to Memphis. That's it, Memphis, yeah. Tennessee, Graceland, which is a pretty cool place, yeah. He did it indeed. So a bit of American royalty for sure. A warped impulse. How about that Hedron pump? We shaved a 0 yesterday. We did indeed. That was pretty awesome. And we're going to talk about that now since it's good timing. So let's pull that up. You're not going to hide that. Look at this. Woo! Look at that. Bam, 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 bam. I love that. That's so cool. What a nice, beautiful run up that was. And of course, currently at 7,336 on the pullback there. But actually, yesterday, we were looking at it when it was around 1,000, remember? I think we kind of talked about it when it was slightly up at about 10,200. And of course, it actually spiked up at 12.73. So 12.73, that spike, top of the spike. Pull back now to 7,336. But man, what excitement there, big volume. And of course, we'll see where that heads off at the moment. So I'm still feeling like it's going to still creep up there, possibly in line with the Hex as well. So I think that looks pretty good. Let me know in the chat what you think about that. But that was pretty amazing. What a run up, man. What a payoff. Someone in the chat yesterday said they did get the bottom and they rode it all the way up. So that's pretty incredible. And, getting that sort of return, fantastic. Now we've got Maxi as well. We've got Maxi in the house. So we're going to talk about that. Obviously, Maxi's been performing very, very well. It's currently at 8.5 cents. Let's pull back with the Hex there. Let's have a look at the premium. This is what we really are following with Maxi, is how the premium's going versus Hex. Like a boss, man. Like a boss, still doing super well. 85% moving in. Is it creating a new support line above 82% here? It is currently at 85%, and of course the high is 89 there as well. So that seems to be twice now. It's at 89. So is it creating some sort of support? Let's see. Looking good so far. And of course, we've got the base and the team token coming out in a couple of months. So that's cool. Very nice. And of course, Hedron, I forgot to mention, of course, it's got ICOSA coming out. Of course, Hedron staking and stuff like that, and burning and things. So cool. Finally, we're getting a PLSD. PLSD. Before we do that, let's get into the chat and catch up on a few comments. H-Town says, do you think it will go back down to 0.3 or lower during this bear market? I want to keep filling my bags. Now, that's a bigger topic. So I didn't talk about where the bottom is. The bottom may already be in, but what I would say to that is the higher that we get into this rally, the more cushion that we've got if BTC decides to smash down to 11K. And of course, we'll wait out on for that. I'm not going to really make a comment on that in this session, but let me get back to you on that. We're still in a bearish trend. That's probably all I would say. We've still got a lot of volatility coming up, a lot of volatility expected to come up this year. That's not going to go away. So, one might reasonably expect, like I say, if it does a nice relief rally, we could get a bit of support there. But 1 cent's not out of the ballpark. It's not out of view yet. So just that's kind of where I'll leave that at this stage. So yeah, I've been calling a trend reversal, not a bottom so far, just to reiterate that point. So yep, cool. This is where we're in. So we've got $2.52 here at the moment on Pulse Dogecoin. But before we do that, I'm going to talk about a few more things. Dave Downer says, here we go. Go Hex, says Dave Downer. I like that. Matt and Barley's in the house as well. Morning, everybody. Superman. And again, you don't stop. That's right. We don't stop here, man. Crypto 24/7, baby. 24/7. And of course, Hex is the bomb. It is the golden products, Richard Hart ecosystem. Watch it play out. You just got to be patient. Be patient, be consistent, and we'll get there in the end, I'm sure. See you in the house there. Woo! Hey, 2PA. Hello, says Sandy. Morning, Hex Token from Scotland. Big shout out to you, Terry Doc. Big shout out to those in Scotland. Baby's in the house as well. I love Jez. Hello with the red hearts. Love that. Hello, baby turtle. Yeah. DJ Paulie is in the house there with the cool symbols, which probably means something, but I'm so slow. I didn't pick them up. But it's great to have DJ Paulie. I love DJ Paulie. SKB says, good to see RH wearing cool clothes in that last video. Gucci gets a bit old, lol, says SKB. Yeah. Jenny runs in house there. Just watched Coin Bureau. Thinks BTC bottomed 6 months, bottomed 6 months away at 10 to 14K. RH, of course, said 11K. Do you think RH will hold launch back until bottom is in? Well, I think that they've still got testing to do with the code there, Genuine. So I'm sort of thinking September. So that kind of fits in fairly well. If you think about that pullback last time in 2018, 365 days, then you still probably got another 3 months or so. So probably will end up around that time, is my guess, Genuine. Tail 7 is in house there. It's a boring take, but I say 1 cent is 50% possible. Yeah, it's probably reasonable there, Tail 7. Patrice says, good morning from Paris, Aussie fam. Hey, good to see Patrice. Good morning, Super, says Pulsechain. That's funny. And Sandy Beach says, lol, that was the pronunciation of a Tupelo, lol. Oh, is it? A Tupelo. Let me just jump back up to there to Sandy Beach. Sandy Beach, Tupelo. Okay, cool. Got that. What's up, Sexicans? Woohoo! X-Force 1 has landed. And we got Brian in the house as well. Utah in the house. Anyone else from Utah? Yeah, let us know. Let Brian know. There, or Bri. Yeah, I think Bri. All right, so we got Pulse Dodge Coin here. And of course, I'm expecting some action, as many of you are, on Pulse Dodge Coin in the next few, I guess in the next month, because there's only a few days to go. In fact, let's go back up to, I was looking at this, we're up to 32 days and 14 hours to go until the claim is over. It feels like, since we've been in the 30s days, doesn't it feel like it's almost like stopped, almost like time is stilled? I'm sure once it goes under 30, it will feel like it's actually going down. But yeah, 32 days to go, almost a month. We're only about a day and a half away from a month, and away we go. So cool. If you haven't claimed, you'd have to have a T to qualify. You need a T-share stake in Hex at the 20th of April. So just remember that. Pretty interesting. So winning whales get 300 PLSD, Super Sharks 600 PLSD, Dolphins 600 PLSD, Swifty Squids 750 PLSD, Tinkling Turtles 265, Cool Crabs 100, Shy Shrimps 25, and Silent Shells 12. The remaining get 5 PLSD tokens. So that's kind of the reward. The maximum there's going to be, of course, is a 12 million, but there'll probably only be half of that based on the run rates. There can only ever be 12 million, but it's likely to be less than half of that. So that's very important to know. And what are we tracking at the moment? So I was going to look at something else here. Let me just a moment. Yes, that's what I want to look at. So the BA address and the OA address both get 10 PLSD per claim. So I think that's about 450,000 at the moment, in addition to the supply. So supply at the moment 4,980,000 PLSD tokens, plus the OA and the BA address get 10 each. So you got 22,000. We just at 22,000 claims. So 22,046 times 10 is 220,000 for the BA address, 220,000 for the OA. So we just times that by 2. So 440,920 Pulse Dodge will be minted for the BA and the OA all up. So we add that to the total, plus 4,980,359. We're currently looking at a total supply of 5,421,000. So, in the next 32 days, 31 days and a half, what did I say? 32 days? I can't remember now. Forgotten already. 32 and a half days. We've probably maybe get up to 6 million, We'll probably have a bit of a rush at the end for claiming. That's kind of where we're at this stage. And pretty much that. So I think we've got the hodlers in there. 210 to 180, 54 in this whale, 46. I think this one here had 50. I think they've lost a few there. Look here. I think they were possibly trading around, maybe. So it's holding up pretty well. Let's have a look at some of the claims at the moment. What do we had claims in the last hour? 36 minutes ago, we had a little one here claim. 265 Tinkering Turtle claim 49 minutes ago. A little one here claimed, the remaining there. What else there? So the claims that are slowly trickling in there. Another Tinkering Turtle. Yeah, so there we are. So still slowly trickling in there. I'm expecting a bit of fireworks with this one, to be honest. We'll see. So I'm kind of expecting that. Now, we had a poll, remember, 60% said that they expected the fireworks after the launch phase had closed in 32 days. Watch out for that. And obviously, it's reliant on all the whales sticking together. You know, this Gunther's little syndicate there. I don't know how many there are, maybe 3 or 4 of them, possibly colluding there. So it's very important. So we'll see how we get on. At the moment, of course, the price pulled back here from 336. Now, you remember yesterday I said that the plane here, which is now should be red, I'll make that a red plane, and we're going to pull that down here. We're going to spin that around. I'm going to keep it slightly up because I have a feeling we could bounce from around this point here. But in any case, we did get to my first target there, over $3. It did say that the next one would be about 375, 380. We did not get to there, obviously. And we pulled back here to 354. And yeah, we'll see how we get on. But I have a feeling, we might get another red candle possibly in the day, maybe get down to 220 again, or we might just bounce from here. It's a little bit unknown here, but definitely this seems to be a good support area around here. See this sort of area here needs to be fairly good support. So, that might be as low as 220. And then maybe it bounces up there again. Remember, we only got 32 days, 32 and a half days to go. So momentum's starting to get that sort of pressure, getting in there. If it's going to pop, it's going to, do that probably afterwards, as 60% of people think is going to happen. So cool. Definitely fun to watch. And it's got all the right characteristics if it plays out. If the whales can keep it intact, it will play out that way. It seems like a no-brainer. Obviously, the OA and the BA address actions are unknowable or unknown, and we also know that the team just announced that they were going to have staking and also deflation. So that's super bullish for this. It was already good just by itself with the scarcity play and the whale play, as long as the whales stay together. But with the deflation and the staking, that's supercharged again. So it's going to be interesting to see that. Obviously, nothing on this channel is investment advice, just my own opinions. But definitely it looks good to me. All right, let's jump away to where are we going? We're going back to the market here. BNB 233, woohoo, down 2%. Remember that, down 2% there. We're going to go to where's my quad charts gone? I've lost my quad charts. We're going to go back to BNB here. I'm going to hide this comment. I've always got to remember to get rid of the comments. But before we do that, before we do BNB charts, let's catch up on the chat because I just see I'm getting a little bit behind there. Sandbeat's laughing at my pronunciation. Katie in house with the ducks and the bread. Gen Hex in there. Woo! I'm going to see Gen Hex in the house. Pulsechain, all of these sacrifices and minting and whatever else is taking money away from potentially go to Pulsechain and Hex. Just hurry up with the launch, Richie says Pulsechain. Yeah, I happen to agree with that too. That's why we're a Maxi channel. Even though we talk about these other projects, we are like 95% Maxi on the Richard Heart tokens. I'd always have a little bit to play around with on these other projects. But that's kind of the way you play. Once again, it's up to you what you do. You're free to do what you will, but do consider Richard Hart's projects the golden ones there. But once again, we're all pretty waiting for the launch of Pulsechain. Feed dogs 2 hex stakes. 2 hex stakes. I think that would be tasty. Dog would like that. Stake that hex. Stake that hex. There's Benny Blanco. Absolutely. Mix in there. Woohoo! J Future is what is hex info lol. J Future. Okay, cool. Thanks, how I made it. Appreciate that. Sandy Beach. Hey, Benny and Craig. PLSD was staked hex from April 20 cutoff, wasn't it? Yeah, 20th of April. That's correct. Matt and Bully says, unfortunately, we might not. We might be a long way off because they can't seem to get the sacrifice amount right. Sorry for my negative view here. Matt, you're right. We got so many different versions of the sacrifice that is it's a little funny, but hey, they're pretty close, aren't they? They're pretty close. So I guess they're just a lot of those centralized, those edge cases. I think that's what they're working on with those sacrifices, getting the edge cases out. Like people that sacrifice from the wrong exchanges, things like that. We heard someone the other day say that they'd actually the centralized exchange actually got honored. So I think they're probably getting pretty close there with the refinement. We're also waiting for liquid line sacrifice balances, now. So seems to be different, difficult for some reason. Mix. The more features you have in your sacrifice phase and the more chains and more tokens, the more complex it is, obviously. But still. And if people are making mistakes in terms of the sacrifice. Hello, everybody, says Sandy Beach. Who else there? We're going to jump through some of this. Matt says, just so annoying. For example, if we locked up for 2 years on liquid loans, it's more like 3 years now as that time starts after launch. True, Matt. That's a very good observation. A true Matt says, I'm at it too. Yeah. What else there? So else here. We're going to jump through some of these. Crypto Maniac says, hello, good to see you. And Fat Sammy, hi all, good to see you, Fat Sammy. What is LL, says mixed. That is liquid loans we're talking about. Liquid loans is LL. Liquid loans, yeah, I'm still catching up here. Possibility of so true, generous, that it was clear that we don't send sacrifice. I don't think that's a big deal, Matt, because we're still waiting for Pulsechain. So I guess if they can honor them by the time Pulsechain gets here, I'm sure we'll be fine. I really do think it's the code rewrite and the testing. That's the testing's probably the bigger thing. And of course, we've had a market pullback, which has kind of played into our luck. Where it's kind of been good to get that out of the way. What else we got there? Good evening, Superman, says Christos. Good to see you, Christos. Please let us know. Yeah, definitely. Matt and Barley says, Richard got a mention again on the banter show. Fortunately, that's all it was, a bit of banter about him, but press is press and the good stuff shall come. That's true, Matt. Agreed. What else we got there? LL Cool Cake says produce. Yeah, liquid lines. Yeah. All right, so we're up to BNB charts. Let's have a look. Remember that BNB was down 2%. Just keep that context. So we've got flat on Pulse Dodge at just under half cent again. Not really doing much on Pulse Dodge, the original. P33, 15 cents, down a little bit too. Not surprising. Down 5%, so that's down quite a bit. What's that, 7% or so, 8%? We've got IM Wallet after having a good run, trying to make it. The train that could? Is that the way it's at? The train that could? That is up at it got as high as 894. It's now at 790. Just having a little breather there, but might be trying to establish itself back up as well. Now I have been making a comment about projects like this, which I obviously I've sacrificed for Internet Money wallet. This is IM on BNB, which I have not got involved in any way. But all the projects need to keep their social media up. You see a lot of good stuff coming from Maximus. They're always bumping out stuff, keeping the community engaged, growing the community, and of course you see that with Liquid Loans, who are probably the leader in that space. So yeah, just to encourage all the other teams. We've got over 80 projects native Pulsechain. Just to encourage them all to keep it up. But no matter whether it's raining or shining in crypto, you just keep up growing your community. Yep, cool. So that's pretty much it on the market there. So cool. Let's quickly jump over to the markets. Obviously, the markets haven't opened up yet because I'm in good old New Zealand, so it's in the future here. The US markets haven't opened, but we do have some commodity markets open. So we've got the oil there down a little bit there. So this is the monthly. So a little bit of pullback in oil. This is kind of cool. I do expect it to go up in the future, but it's nice to have a little quiet time as well. So we're getting a nice little quiet time both in crypto and the commodity markets, and so that bodes well for the Hex ecosystem. Give it a little breather for altcoins. Pretty much that's kind of the way I see that. So yeah, that looks looking good. Let's have a quick look at the indices. We've got the futures market. Futures down just a little bit. I mean, it's very small at the moment. Futures are down just subtly at the moment. The dollar index pretty flat really. These are all last week's numbers here in the red. So that we're not going to talk about those today. That's pretty much it. So yeah, the commodities though not too bad there. So yep, stay tuned on that. Nice. So we're going to get on to the whale. We talked about what the whale asked community if Hex price has bottomed. So we're going to check that out. So let's do it. We got P Vaughn. That was so funky fresh. Loving that mix. That's what else we got there. Matt and Bali is on fire. Yeah. Matt and Bali is on fire. We like it. We love it. Thanks, Danny. Standing by. Cool. What else there? Hashtag win a week yen source. Yeah. Right. So let's jump over to Rack and Rochelle. Bam. This came out overnight, and of course, Rack and Rochelle there putting out a question to the Hex community, which I thought was pretty interesting. This is pretty interesting timing as well. And, now I've been talking about this trend reversal in the chart here, and then of course we've got this coming out from Rack and Rochelle. I thought it was pretty interesting. Has the Hex pricing bottomed out? Let's get some Hexagon dialogue. So I'm going to actually zoom in on that. Let's get some Hexagon dialogue going on where your thoughts are. Every cryptographic asset vacillates in pricing action. This is normal. Is the bottom in? And of course, comment. Feel free to share. So he's been putting out a few little comments here, open up for the public, which I quite like. And we've so far in the poll here. How many votes we got? 1,441 votes. 6 days left. And of course, let me just copy this. If you want to go and vote, go and vote. I'm going to post this in the chat there. And bam. If you're on Twitter, go and vote for that. Cool. Matt says, off to the beach, dogs calling. When beach, catch up on the replay. Thanks all for your stuff. Hey, Matt, appreciate it. Enjoy yourself. As we say, on the beach. Right. Did I just do that? I don't know. Maybe I did. All right. So we are moving higher, 38%. We are moving lower now, 61.8%. So still people moving low. Well, we don't know what the time frame, but we obviously moved lower. I guess they're thinking about the future. But the chart's telling me that we're in a trend reversal. And that we could obviously have some red days, which the chart's pretty clear on, I think. So I'm a bit more bullish over the next 4 to 7 days. We had a couple of comments in here. I believe 67 range local top towards the end of June. Local top for the end of June. So that's pretty consistent what I said. I said I kind of had on this trend reversal that we could possibly get up to 8.2 cents, somewhere in that ballpark, which is kind of up at this next resistance here. We have got one a bit higher here, 6 cents. So I also talked about that, how much money we need to get to that. And of course, 8.8 up there as well, 8.2. So definitely that's the kind of the range we're expecting to go to. Typically, these ranges are like 3 or 4 cents. When we get this trend reversal, so definitely that was in the house for that. So 4 to 8 would be the top, maybe 8.2, something like that seems about right. So we'll see how we get on over the next 4 to 7 days. This one here, then down to 2 to 3 cents for the final bottom out before you make a 10 million market buy and send us to all-time high. Thank you, sir. And then Rackham goes, I see what you did there. I like that. That's pretty hilarious, man. Now we know that if we look into crypto, so if we have a look into crypto, which is Gerado's site here, it's got a cool little calculator under liquidity, and I'll post this in the chat too if you want to play around with this. I know some people like to moonbag, so let's put that on there. If you go down to the bottom, here, you'll see that. Let me just jump out of that comment too. Bam. To get rid of that. If you jump down to the bottom here, you can put in the amount that you think the price will move. So we could put in $1 million, 1, 2, 3, and of course that will put the price there at 6.9 cents at the moment. So we don't even need that much. Let's say 650k. 1, 2, 3. That's even too much now. So actually, because we're much higher, I guess. So let's go to 500. 1, 2, 3. That's still too high, really. Wow. Okay, so 350. 1, 2, 3. That's telling us around about 350. Really? Is it that low now? 300k to get us to 6 cents at the moment, it's saying. So that would be pretty cool. That'd give you 5.1 million hex as well. So that's pretty neat. I realize it's quite that low at the moment, but that's what it's saying. So cool. That is, where was it going here? Rack and Rochelle, yeah. So that was pretty interesting there. I thought that was pretty fun too. It's fun. I don't disagree with that, actually, the 67 range local top, but probably we could even get a bit higher at 8.2s, like I say, and end of June. Yeah, that's probably fits in the time zone too. I think I feel I agree with a lot of that. Hodpro got in there. I generally think that we may be moving lower in anticipation of the Pulsechain launch, because launching at the tail end of the bear market is smart, and brainy people know this, but it's so hard for greed bears to pass up cheap exit. The price is hardly to artificially keep down. So a few other things in there. What else there? I don't know if we've got anything else that's interesting. I'm just looking for stuff that Rack and Michelle may have responded to, but I can't see anything there. Anyway, so that was the first one there, so you can check that out with some of the comments as well. Then Rackham posted this other one here. You guys do realize this 3 hours ago, you do realize the price is 50% less than what you're seeing on Uniswap, etc., right, guys? Basically mean 2 for 1 deal there. I can see it now. People looking back at this post, I most likely should have bought even more on this date. So that's true. In other words, kind of looking cheap, right? So that's kind of coming from Rackham there. Fazzy Matt there. Thou hast come. Rackham confused. So I thought that was pretty funny on that one. So cool. Give that a like. So cool. The other one was 15 hours ago. So get in there too. See if there's any comments in here. I posted a comment, I think, if I remember rightly. Everybody got that, but greed. Educating, informing, counseling, but you all came up with was greed. Very, very odd. Because of you, sir, I went hard at 3 cents, and we'll keep doing it. So that's pretty funny. You're holding for the copy. You're holding for the copy. Yeah. That's right. So there's a certain amount of speculators, right? And this, whenever you go back up the price, whenever we go back up the price chart here, we've got to any of the speculators that pulled up, bought Hex down here. We've got to buy through them, because some of them will be selling, right? So I guess there's a bit of that too. So fair call there. Yeah, I wrote 2 for 1. Chart looking good this week. What else we got there? Something else. I think that's about it there. Pew goes, I was bummed last week when I saw I could buy my Hex bag for a fraction of what I put into it. Then I realized, oh crap, I can literally double my bag at the fraction of the price. Selling USDC always puts a smile on my face. So I thought that was a good way to finish on this one. And that is pretty funny. And it's a lot of people can relate to that, right? You buy so much higher, and then of course the price comes down and you get bummed, and you go, man, I could have bought all my bag for this amount. And then you just realize, oh crap, I can literally double my bag for a fraction of the price. So there we are. That's the dollar cost averaging that we've been talking about on this channel. So cool. So I thought that was pretty neat. I don't know if there's much. Don't know if there's much else been happening from the teams. I'm not sure if there's much in the ICOSA and stuff like that. Yes, I think that Hex, a couple of brainstorming there from a COSA. Maximus probably been pumping out heaps of stuff. Not sure. 11 hours ago. Legends of Maxi, lots of stuff coming up there. I don't think there's any extra stuff there. Growth, Maximus, and Gains. That's 21 hours ago. So that's cool. What else is there? Maximus, Liquid Lines. Don't think there's anything from Liquid Lines at the moment. No. And what else? Liquid Lines and a Pulse Dodge, I think the other one. So we're going to leave that. I know the Gunther's been pretty getting out there, spreading the word around what are we saying? Around I don't know what he's been doing. What's he doing here? I thought he'd put out some posts around Pulse Dodge coin. This address used to have 50,000 Pulse Dodge coins. They lost 4,000 tokens trying to trade for a strong position. 9% of traders lose 9% of their money in 90 days. That was his comment there on Pulse Dodge. I think that's about it on there. We're going to wait for the Hex daily stats coming out. Probably another 5 minutes or so. We'll come back to that. Let's get back into the markets, and we'll look at the screen here. I'll catch up on the comments. And we're going to, before we do that, of course, we're going to play another video from Richard Hart around Pulsechain. It's pretty cool.
So there is no such thing as perfect security. Perfect security, you have a ratio between the amount of effort you put into being secure and the amount of effort that people are using to attack you. And then you have what's called attack surface. The more places that you have to secure, the less secure a thing is. Hex was more easy to secure than a lot of things because it has a limited number of functions, and most of those functions timed out. So for instance, if there was a flaw in the referral program, that doesn't exist anymore. So it doesn't matter. If there was a flaw in the adoption amplifier, it doesn't exist anymore. It doesn't matter. And so by restricting the number of functions and making the code immutable so that it can never change, it allowed us to be extremely secure, which is why we've never had an inflation bug. We're extremely resistant to inflation bugs, but Bitcoin's had several inflation bugs. Monero's had inflation bug. XLM's had an inflation bug. Ravencoin's had an inflation bug. Coins have inflation bugs, which basically means you can mint as many free coins as you want all the time, but my coin doesn't. It's just a pure design. Now, Pulsechain, we're using the most secure software that's out there already, which is Ethereum. It's never had an inflation bug. And we're fixing a lot of things. The code that is Ethereum isn't perfect, and we're making it better than what we got.
All right. Every time I put that one on, Sandy always puts the music on. Puts the music on. That's hilarious. I love it. I love it. All right. So there we are, folks. That's where the prices are at this moment. 4.6 cents on Hex. Hedron at 7.21. And Maxi at 8.4. And Pulse Dogecoin at 255. 255. Let me put a little poll out in the chat there. We might as well do that. Let's get out here. We're waiting for the Hex daily stats coming out. Probably another 5 minutes. There we go. Okay. Silence. It's hardly ever silent on this channel, but it's silent at the moment. I should have played a video while I was typing this in, but hey, that's just the way it goes. There we go. All right, this is a bit of a fun poll, so you don't only need to answer it if you're actually doing it. So let me go. Boom. Let's get into it. So here are our 4 charts. We've got Hex on the left. We've got Hedron on the right. We've got Maxi, which I'll pull up the price there on the bottom left, and Pulse Dodge on the bottom right. We've got a red plane at the moment. Gunther's flying the PLSD plane there. When I say summer, you say winter, says Max. Yeah, it is winter here. Ending the first month of winter, though. So we're getting up in July and August, right? July and August. Coming up there. So getting to the poll. The poll is, I forgot to read it out actually. Are you thinking of buying any of the following within the next 24 hours? Fun poll. Hex, Maxi, Hedron, or PLSD. So just if you are looking in the next 24 hours. If you're not, then you don't need to fill it out, I guess. Just the way it is. A cool VIP, as we say, cool VIP. Let us have a bit of fun here. Let's play out while we're filling out the poll. We're going to watch Richard in the helicopter because I love helicopters.
Craziest part of the helicopter is when he does his turns and you're like hard to the right, hard to the left. This, I don't know, maybe he thinks it's more fun than just kind of like going like that. You can tell how far up we are because the trucks that move all of the land and the earth around doing mining and stuff, they look like little Tonka toys. They're like little yellow dots. When the engine stops, you die straight.
The pilot has a heart attack. Who's jumping in the seat, me or you?
You, because you're closer. And you've flown on an airplane before, so it's you. True. I'll complain though, from my side. From my side, I'll be complaining.
Watch that mountain.
All right, so I love that. I love helicopters. I think I've got to get a helicopter ride now. I really do. It's just the way it is. It's the way I feel at the moment. I feel woohoo. Hey, Refined, good to see you. And Pulse Bezos as well. Hex forever. That's so true. We've got the emojis out from Sandy Beach. So hard, says Max. Yeah. All right, getting to that poll. We're going to check that out. We've got the Hex Daily Stats coming up soon. Probably just a couple of minutes away, so we'll get to that. well, what I was going to say was to get to 1 cent Hex at the moment, we've got Hex at about 4.6 cents. To get to 10 cent Hex, we need about $3.1 million based on this Gerardo calculator here on Look into Hex. Give us 10 cent final price. If you did have that, if you did have 3.1 million and you market bought, that would pick you up 41 million, it says here. 41 million X. So bring it on, bring it on. That's what we say. All right, let's get back up to here. Sandy Beach says, just make sure you have the bag in the helicopter. Lol, says Sandy Beach. Yeah, I guess depending on how hardcore they drive that flying that thing. How was your dinner last night, man? Very good actually. And I actually wait a minute. Went to a restaurant first time in like 2.5 years or something, I made a mistake with my menu choice, I think. But that's being said, it was pretty. The portion was really small, so I asked it for pasta of the day, They brought out the pasta, and it was in one of these bowls, and it had a little cup in it, and then they had the pasta in it. It was so small. It's like, gee, it was so expensive too. And I was just like, man. So yeah, pretty crazy. Sorry, this is a family channel. I'm not sure what I might have missed. Whatever you're talking about there, mixed. What else we got there? I took one through the Grand Canyon. Never again, says Sandy Beach. Oh, now that would have been. You probably wouldn't need a bag for that one there, Sandy Beach. Going through the Grand Canyon on a helicopter. Yeah, mine wasn't too bad. It was like just flying. It wasn't too bad. I just realized that I forgot my picture. There I am. Hey, there I am. I forgot to add myself back in. At least I was still in there so you could hear my audio. That's hilarious. I'm here. Sorry, I didn't go away. But there we are. You heard my voice. It was probably like an angel coming down. An angel's voice sitting in behind the charts there. That's what it was. All right. So we got Hex at 4.6 cents here. And what have we got? The 15-minute chart. I've got a 15-minute chart on Hex. Wow. I'm keen. And then, of course, we've got the daily on the Hedron there, daily chart there, down at 700. We've got Maxi at 8.4 cents there on the hourly. So these all got different time zones, different time frames. But we've got Pulse Dodge coin there on the daily at $2.56 at the moment. It's actually got a little green candle, so we might have to change that to slightly green. Let's change that back to green. We've got a slightly little green candle. We jumped onto a new day, just the way it is. All right, I think we've got Hex daily stats. What do you reckon? 937? No, it's not out yet. Still waiting for 937. No, wait a minute. What's happening there? Look at that. 937 is down there. What the heck? That can't be right. Surely. Oh, it is. It's flipped out. What's wrong with that? That's some crazy stuff. I had to rejig it. All right, so we've got the Hex daily stats. Let's go through it. 26th of June. We're down 18.7%. Looks like a big percentage, doesn't it, on the day? But we had a pretty good run. We got snapshot at 4.549 cents, which is pretty much around where we are now. We got a payout of 6.184, so not a lot of penalties today. T-share price still over 1,000 at 1,039, but a lot cheaper than yesterday. A dot day for the T-share rate. T-share rate now 22,847. Heads up towards 23. Average stake length 6.59 years, just slightly higher than yesterday. APY 38.79. Now, what we've been watching is liquidity a lot. We've jumped from 111 up to 155 million. So in the wrong direction there. We've obviously had a lot of liquidity pool changes as well. We've got the 12.2 million on liquidity pool in USD. So it's still good to be back over $10 million though, right? So that's cool. Even if there's probably some added liquidity there too on V3 and stuff like that, possibly. 1049 on the ETH pool there. T-shares down a massive 1,649, 490. We're down to 10,411,000 there. Obviously, we've got the staking ladder come out. We might have to check that too. What else we've got there? Minted inflation was 18 million. That's interesting. Yeah, changes circulating supply up 44. Stake down 26 million. Average stake percentage is 9.44% of all hexes staked. Penalties was just under $1 million. Oh, it's not as bad as I thought it was. And of course, our key metrics here for growth. We've got a negative 76 in holders, really? I'm not sure. I'm still not sure how that happens, but apparently so. Anyway, so maybe a lot of dust accounts gets taken out. I don't know how that plays out. Change in stakers up 52 to 97,000. 97,000 there to stakers. So that's cool. It's going up, heading slowly towards 100,000. We're on day 938. It's just started, and of course, we will see how we get on. But heading up towards 1,000 days for Hex. That's pretty cool. Looking forward to it. What do you think people will do on day 5555 of Hex Day? Will there be a big party around the world on day 5555 on the Hex journey? I'm sure there will be. That'll be a 5.555x from 1,000. So that's pretty cool. We like to play around with numbers like that. All right, so that's the day's results on the Hex Day stats. How we doing? Doing pretty good. Let's jump back to, if you haven't joined Discord, links in the video description, by the way. And a big welcome to our latest member, actually. Here's our latest member, Hex on top there. So good to see Hex on top. Yesterday we had Almy, Willius, and Maxwell Smooth. And I think Maxwell Smooth is a new up-and-coming content creator. So big welcome to Maxwell Smooth there. And yeah, so that's cool. All right, let us jump away. I think that's where we're at. Let's jump back to the markets. I'm just trying to get the right one here. There we are. What else have we got going on there? Brent says, let me have a look here. Restaurant food is always a small dish and super expensive. Yeah. Well, my friend was there. He just ordered the fish and chips, and this looked really full, like a big full of plate there. Brendan says fish and chips are much more filling, lol. The Blues smashed the Macaroons 44-12 last night. Woohoo! 44-12. Man, that was a smashing. Yeah, well, my friend was at the restaurant. He ordered fish and chips, and his plate was like full. Whereas mine, it was this little itty bitty little bastard thing. I was like, my goodness, it was so expensive too. I couldn't believe it. So not the best experience first time out. Hey, but the cool thing was, didn't have to have any silly masks or any rubbish like that. We just were able to go in, sit down. Thank goodness we got those freedoms back. None of that nonsense. So cool. AP and howdy, Superman. Good to see AP. Leave it to me to put myself between a rock and a hard place here. Yeah, never mind. Coconut says must be licking his wounds today. And I cooked my own fish and chips, mate. Says Max. Nice. You got the old. Everyone's sort of going around to Max's house for fish and chips. Watch some league. Watch some league. Refine says I like the vinegar with my fish and chips. Yes, I haven't heard someone talk about that for years. The vinegar with the fish and chips. That's crazy. That's about like flashback now. How many Hex for a fish and chips? That's a good point, actually. Let's say fish and chips there. Well, I think the minimum fish and chips is like, I can't remember exactly at shop, but let's say it's $4. Kind of feels right. $4. So let's say 87 Hex for a minimum fish and chips. Minimum fish and chips, 87 Hex. That's pretty funny. Yeah, instead of a pizza, we have a fish and chips, minimum fish and chips. How many Hex for fish and chips? Yeah, 87. Apple cider, bro. Apple cider. Nice. All right, so that is the way we're rolling. We're rolling really cool here on the Hex Token channel. We're representing. Let's have a look at. I gotta remember. I've got some of these videos, but I can't remember what they are. That's crazy. Crazy stuff there. We're talking about food. We talked about that yesterday. I'm not going to talk about food again. We have got this funny video. This is funny.
I lift things up and put them down.
I lift things up and I put them down. Trying to do that. Tatia sauce with my fish and chips is my go-to. Yeah, Tatia sauce. Yeah, me too. I'm with you, Brendan, on that one. The Scottish fish and chips, says Terry Doc. Scottish fish and chips. Now that's be interesting. I wonder if that looks much different than down under chips. I wonder if that's much different. Sandy Beach, boop boop. Yeah, Lyle says Terry Dot. Yeah, it's pretty funny, that one. Always good to have this classics. Hey, we got a poll. Let's see how we're getting on. 23 votes. Let's end the poll. Let's get it on. See what the results are at the moment. Are you thinking of buying any of the following within the next 24 hours? Fun poll. 65% thinking of buying Hex. 21% buying Hedron. Yeah, the Hedron pullback looks interesting, doesn't it? It looks almost teasing there. Maxi at 8%. Pulsechain at 4%. Interesting mix there. Interesting. Woohoo! All right, rock on. So that's pretty interesting. 23 votes there for that one. Horseradish, really? Horseradish, yeah. Hex going back to 3 cents, says Miko Van Den Bongard. I don't think this week, Mika. I don't think this week. We've got trend reversal on at the moment, so maybe next week, but not this week, in my view. Brendan says, I didn't get my buy signal on the 4-hour cross, so I haven't bought any more yet, says Brennan. Interesting. After skyrocketing, says Mika. What else we got going? I think that's probably it on that one there. We're going to close out of that. Yeah, we had a pretty good run there with the news from Hedron, Maximus, and the Pulsechain. So it's kind of eased off at the moment. Internet money, of course, I've got to post that video of internet money, so we'll try and get that out this afternoon with the internet money stuff there. We have got Pulsechain still coming up, of course, and that's going to be on. I don't know about the Million Pulse Tour. I might contact the guys at Million Pulse Tour, see whether they've decided to postpone certain things. We had who did we have? We had DJ Paulie Wood. DJ Paulie Wood, if you're on the channel, let me know if the Million Pulse Tour is still on without any changes in regards to Pulsechain workshops and things. I imagine it should still be on it. It'll be interesting. All right, so cool. We got Pulsechain, of course, coming up. And it's slowly creeping up on us. We got all our keynote speakers there. I do think that they were going to try and get Richard Hart to actually speak there, like actually go there physically. So I'm not sure how they're getting on with that. He was going to be there on the digital format. We've got all the projects supporting them at the moment. We've got all our leader ones too, have we? Yeah, we got most of them there. And the latest one, of course, was Moonwalker Club. What else have we got in there? 71 days to go. It's slowly good. Does this mean Pulsechain's launching in 71 days? 2 months. What's that, 2 months? That would probably be July, August, September. That actually kind of works in with my September timeline, even though it's only arbitrary. But it seems like 2 months of testing of the rewrite written code seems set enough. 77 days was the first Pulsechain testnet. 103 days was the third one. They've got the private testnet been going for a while. V3. So maybe. The ticket prices there, folks, but there is a 15% discount. So that's the ticket price is $625, $125, $825, $555 VIP. But they do have a 15% discount on here if you use the code. So don't forget that. What else there? Got any new speakers? No new speakers that I can see of there. We've got some popular people there that we often see, you know, got in the house. They're going to be a lot of panels, so not necessarily like principal speakers, but panels and having exhibitions. They're going to be at the exhibition. Remember, there's a conference and exhibition, so there's an exhibition hall. So that's going to make it even extra good. Extra good. If I was at the expedition, I'd be at like the coffee table the whole time. I like walk around the expedition, then I'll go back to the coffee table, then walk around again, go back to the coffee table. That'd be funny. I got to be careful there. I'll probably have a few iced coffees, maybe like iced coffee or something like that. Iced chocolate would really be better. Yeah, so there's something. That's the 15% off there if you want to get the tickets. Remember to take the 15%. I think that's about it on there. There's lots of new stuff on this website. They keep updating. It's really cool. Pretty fancy. Look at that. And they're going to have the DJ private event at the Zook. They've got Doug E. Fresh. Let me know in the chat if you know any of these guys. Father MC. and Maddie on there. So cool. All sponsors, our sponsors, Maximus. Nice to see these teams sponsoring these. Tech Alley, I'm not sure that. Legacy Capital, MC, like that still stuff. So cool. Las Vegas, 6th to the 7th night there. Nice. The other thing I was going to say was on Discord, we've just added in a new useful links here under community tab. We've got, they posted this yesterday, so I added it to the community tab here under Pulse Art here. So Pulse Art Shop has launched. It's a very cool website. Looks similar. Looks like some of these singers here. I'm not sure if this is related to DJ Paulie Wood actually, because it looks like that rooftop that DJ Paulie Wood was on. Remember that picture that we saw? It looks like that. But man, the camera quality is so good. Look at it. It almost feels like you're there. Almost feels like you're actually at the wherever they are. I guess it's LA, is it? Las Vegas, I should say. I don't know. VIP shoots. Oh, they got Ryan Lopez. They got Matty Allen there. I'm not sure who this is. They got a few other people as well. Cool. Pascal Glang there is the CEO and founder. Kit Money, Chai Han Nit is there as a content creator and content manager and creator there. But that's a pretty cool website. I like this. It's pretty neat. Living experience. Tell us what you want and we'll make it happen. Create the perfect atmosphere to be the most authentic you. Dedicate to photography that persuades online marketing experts. So the website's certainly compelling. They're doing this stuff. So cool. Hey, this guy's from the Million Pulse Turd. He's in the Crypto Spybooks team. Branding, media campaign, storytelling, on-site travel, consulting, and design. VIP shoots. Tailored your photo shoots to your conditions. So that's pretty cool. This is pulsephotos.art is the website, pulsephotos.art. So I'll post this in the chat there if you haven't seen it already. It's pretty cool. I like seeing this stuff in the community. It's got Melly Allen there. Hey, this is a different shot here. We haven't seen this. This is from the conference there that Melly Allen had. This was at the Hex conference number 2, the second year. That's pretty cool. I actually hadn't seen this perspective of the people in the background there. For companies, influencers, and NFT lovers. So cool. Melly Allen and the DeLorean. That's pretty funny. And what's this? DJ Paulie here. Looking good. And Black Crypto there from the poster there. Nice images. I love this sort of stuff. It's cool. So book a call, media campaigns. So pretty nice website. Gotta say that's very, 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 very cool. Nice. I'll post it in the chat there. So to highlight that one, we like the artwork. Got artwork now and then. Artwork, and of course they are commercial too, so you can get some work done. I bought it 3.6 cents as refined. Nice. I'm buying it again if it dips below 1.6 as refined. If RH says BTC to 13, then everything is going to with it, including Hex's Mika. Yeah, we agree with that, Mika. We've been talking about that in this chat. You know, I think we could see 2030 Hex, 2030 Hex at launch, and then a huge dump after everyone gets their free copies. At launch and then a huge dump. Yeah. That's probably the case there. Me too. That's a dream price. Is Micah. Yeah, it'd take quite a bit of money to get us up to 20 cents. So like 20 cents would be, what do I have? 6 million. Did I? 6 million? 6 million. That gives us a 15 cents, 6 million. So let's get it to 7.75. 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. That'd get us to 18. So we're up at 8 million now. 8 million. 8 million would get us to 9.6, so it must be getting pretty close to 18, 250, 1, 2, 3. So 8.2 million. Yeah, so 8.2 million would get us up to 20 cents there. That has to go back into the liquidity pool net, into the pool there. 20, 30 cents, says Jerry Doc. RH says 11K, I'm sure, unless he has updated his prediction lately. Yeah, 11K was correct. That is correct, man. Hex is going to 002 cents, says Mix. Hey, that's I mean, while we're still down pretty low, that's always a possibility. But I don't know. We've been showing a bit more robustness in the pullback, so I'm not quite sure we'll get quite down that low. if we had the BTC down to 11k. Now once we get down to that lower level, it is a much lower level in crypto assets, so that's not out of the ballpark. Because I think after PLS I don't want anything to do with ETH, says Amika. 002 would be nice, is fine. I bought at 49 cents, says Mix. Nice. That was a Hexagon hardcore. I sell my house if Hex goes to 002, says Brennan. Yeah. Doug E. Fresh is a legend. Yeah, Doug E. Fresh. Nice. I bought it 35 to 22, 11, and 6. So it's a dollar cost average there. I work as a stripper. Extra money, says Refined, to buy X at 002. Don't forget it's a family channel. Just remember that. I know it's funny, but I sold my car at 11 cents, says Mika. That's funny, man. That's funny. I can't wait for Ether. Great fun. From BMW to Fiat Punto. It really is really nice to meet all of you, says Mix. All right, yeah. So many of you will be going to Las Vegas. I would guess. This afternoon, when I do my second live stream, we're going to do a poll on who's going to PulseCon. Let's do that. We'll do a poll there. It'll be interesting to see who's going to poll. That's probably in about 5 hours' time, so we'll check in on that. Who is Maddie? Maddie Allen. He organizes the big Hex conferences and Pulsechain conference. Got a Pulsechain conference coming up as well online. Where's Kareem? Yeah, where's Kareem the Dream? He's been pretty silent. I haven't seen a lot of him. He was on one YouTube channel just a little while ago. I can't remember which one now. Yeah, miss good old Kareem. He is one of the great, passionate people in the community for sure. Charismatic, very stylish dude. If you haven't seen Kareem the Dream. Gosh, geez, and woohoo, says Mix. Yeah, Kareem stays quiet, says Refined. Mike Vander Bongard, your average price is 18 cents. Obviously, yeah. Hey, probably reviewing house that great show today. Best Hex and Pulse info on YouTube. Thanks, man. I appreciate that. Probably a big shout out to you. Not my phone, but question marks. Kareem was and on Wales only, says Brandon. Yeah, okay, Wales only, cool. I think that's where I must have seen him then. Was it? Do you know it need entry voices? Was it do? I'm not sure what that is. Sorry, the mix. All right, cool. Good place to wrap up, I think. What do you guys reckon? Let's wrap up with the prices here. 44.6 cents on Hex. Hedron at 706. 8.4 on Maxi and Pulse Dodge a coin. They're at $2.55. The crypto markets, BTC still trying to hold on to 21k there at the moment. $500 on Ethereum. Stay tuned. Now, if you I will catch you guys later. I will have a poll on PulseCon. I think that's probably a good way to go. Sandy Beach says, thank you so much. You're welcome. And go, says Brennan. Not today, because I'm going to be back on later on, Brennan, in 5 hours' time. No, go, because I gotta do a second live show as well. So, which I love. So, but we're not live streaming all the way through to the second live stream. That's a long time, man. I gotta have some lunch and stuff. Give me a break. Go get some fish and chips and some vinegar. Fish and chips and vinegar. That's how we roll, baby. Yeah, baby. Yeah. That's how we roll. Cheers, to me and play that music. Yeah, we're gonna play the music. Terry Doc's onto it, man. Terry Doc knows the future. So damn, let's do it. That's hilarious, man. Power City, here we are. Power City Core music funk out. This is how we end the show here. We party on every day, no matter whether it's raining or shining. We party and enjoy the trend reversal. Woo! Represent. Yeah. All right, take care. See you in the next one. Bye for now. Woohoo! Rock on.